Hey everybody, Paddy here. I'm out to give big ups to some brainy Kiwis, and you won't find any that are any brainier than ones that have actually put an implant into people's brains. An implant in people's brains. What is this, and does it really go in people's brains?
This is the world's first fully implantable brain pressure sensor. And that's exactly what it does. So when a patient who's suffering from hydrocephalus gets a shunt inserted or a tube into their brain, this is the common treatment for hydrocephalus, then they would get one of these little guys placed in at the same time. And
you've actually put it in someone's brain?
Yes, that's right. So we actually started our first in human study at Auckland City Hospital in about June.
There are people walking around Aotearoa, New Zealand with one of these in their brain.
That's correct, yes. And you got to remember, this is completely inert, so it's not measuring all the time or awake and doing any of the sort. This is completely asleep until it is woken up by an external wand.
This thing, do you mind if I call it a thing?
You can call it a thing.
No, can I call it a thing?
Yeah.
Because I know there's a lot of work gone into this
You
thing.
can say implant, the
Sensor implant would be nicer?
Yeah, sensor or implant.
Because how many years of research have gone into this?
Oh my gosh, so
just roughly.
Yeah, so this is over 20 years of research.
I'm not going to call it a thing anymore.
Yeah. Really, it's about trying to keep patients out of hospital, living their lives, and only showing up if they absolutely have to.
And how many brain implants are there in the world right now that are in people's brains?
As far as actual pressure sensing, a sensor that can purely on its own detect pressure, there's nobody else doing this. So
this is the only one?
This is the only one. This is Katea Health implantable brain pressure sensor, the only one that is a standalone brain pressure sensor.
In the world?
In the world.
Wow.
It is. It's huge. This is huge for New Zealand, for it to be coming out of Kiwi innovation, and it's amazing.
How many people could this help?
So in the US, there's about 1 million people with this condition, suffering from this condition currently.
There's 1 million people in the US?
1 million people in the US. And
that could use that?
That could use this.
So, congratulations.
Thank you.
You are the New Zealand champions of the Startup World Cup, and you'll be competing for $1 million US.
Yes.
How good is that?
Oh, it's amazing. The opportunity to go and pitch at this World Cup, where we'll have a vast number of US and probably global VCs. And so this really helps us to get in front of these very important players that we need in order to help fund us, get us all the way to market.
So this is obviously a brain?
Yeah.
Not a real brain, but...
Not a real brain.
If I was a neurosurgeon, I would
align it to where you want it to go, and then simply
inject it into a brain.
Yep.
Is there other health issues that this could potentially be used for?
Essentially, the idea is that this little guy will go into the pulmonary artery to monitor pressure within that pulmonary artery.
This thing could be huge.
Well, we wanted to stay little, but yeah.
Yeah. This thing could stop people queuing up at hospitals.
Correct, yes.
That's really its superpower in some ways, isn't it?
Absolutely, and if you think about it, it's the future, right? Our hospitals are so overrun at the moment. We want to try to keep people at home as long as possible, within obviously them being safe and being treated, and their treatment customized to them.
Okay, I'm sold.
Do you want one?
I'm sold. I want
Do you
one.
want to volunteer?
Yeah, I'll take this one. I don't want to volunteer, I'll just hang on to this, okay? Whoa! So what did we learn today? Well, we learned there's some real brainy Kiwis out there doing some hell of a work with the brains, but they can change people's lives, and they can take us onto the world stage with an amazing idea that they are turning into reality.